Okay. This is a brilliant investing opportunity that I just discovered. That was actually sent to me from one of my UK mentors. I think I follow this guy on a couple of successful investment opportunities in the past. So this one is new. So I would like you to actually take a look at the presentation that was sent to me. I think it's pretty amazing the kind of due diligence that was done on this company and the potential that this company has got. I think they only just started from August of this year, so they are pretty still young, although the company has been in existence for more than a year. So I want you to take a look or listen to the presentation. And in the comment below, kindly ask questions. Feel free to ask questions if you need to know more about this opportunity. I think it's pretty amazing. So I'm already part of it, but I want you to look at the presentation.
Thank you for watching this short presentation. We're here to speak about a new concept, a new idea that was started just about 6 months ago, and the company is called Beurax. Now, when you go to the company website, you will be able to download this PDF, and it will tell you a lot of information about the company, about their products, and about how you can benefit from this system. One of the things you'll find in the document is their certificate of incorporation and the minutes of their last meeting. But to be fair, I found this quite difficult to read. It was very small print, but I did notice the large print on the left-hand side that said authorized capital of the company is $75 million. Now that sounds a big chunk of money to start any company, but that's what it said, so I started to go digging. And the first place of call I went to was ASIC. Now, for those of you who understand ASIC is the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. I suppose it's a little bit like the SEC in the United States. And these guys are there to license and register companies who operate out of the jurisdiction in Australia. Now, we went through the certification of the company. We had a look at the minutes of their very first meeting. But beyond that, we then went directly to the government website. And you can see the address here, connectonline.asic.gov.au. I'd highly recommend everybody to do their own homework, their own due diligence, as I have done. And what you should do is when you go to this website, you can click select, okay? Select, and when you do that, you ask for the organization and business name. You can type in the company name, Beurax, and then you press the go button. And on doing so, you will find out whether this company is registered or not registered with the government. And what we've learned is the status is registered. We can see when they did it. It was back in August 2020. We can see the name of the company. We can find a lot about the company. But if you go down here where it says information for purchase, you're very welcome to pay for the documentation that might assist you in your due diligence. Now, I decided to do that, so I just clicked the button. I wanted to have their current and historical company information, so I just clicked the little button and processed that, paid $17, and the government sent me back the document I'm now sharing with you. So you can do that yourself, or you can take it at face value, what I'm showing you here, and this is exactly what they sent me. And I got this on the 27th of October, so this is very current, very fresh. Well, we have what's called the ACN, stands for Australian Company Number. We have some more details. We can find their registered address. That's very, very important. And it's in Canberra, which is the capital of Australia, not the Outbacks. We're dealing with Canberra, the capital city in Australia. We also know that their principal place of business is also in Canberra. And that will give us comfort because you could set up a company in a different country if you wished, but in Australia, you must have a resident director. So it's down to the government to do their due diligence on that company, to prepare this documentation, possibly to look at the passports, the utility bills, the address of the owners of this company. But what you see on the screen now is what really, really convinced me to have a good look at this. And it's because when you're establishing any company, it needs funded, okay? And you're going to find that this company is really, really well funded, because these are not what's called nominal shares. You can create a company with nominal shares. They have a nominal value. You can create a company with beneficially held shares, or you can create a company with totally, or what's called fully paid up shares. And what that means, this company is funded, according to the Australian government, with $75 million. Now, taking that at face value, or going and doing the documentation yourself, which I would highly recommend, it'll give you much more confidence to get started in this program. Now, very, very simply, I want to let you know that I'm not an accountant or a solicitor or a lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm sure possibly the person that shared this with you is not either. So based on that, the information we're sharing with you is based on our own opinions, our own calculations, our own due diligence. We just want to be open and share with you exactly what we found, the homework we've done, and the experience we've had in the short term with this company. And the performance has been spectacular, I've got to say. But I also must say that past performance is no guarantee of what they're going to do in the future. But certainly based on what we've done to date, we are very, very pleased. We're pleased in some other areas as well. We're pleased that we found out that the company own their own servers, which is important. They're not just renting them. We've looked at their business registration. We've looked at, they set up this company, I believe if you look at their domain name, it was set up back in 2000 and, don't quote me, I want to say 2016, but they've had it for a few years anyway. And what's also quite interesting is we found that their customer support is impeccable. I'm finding great results, great satisfaction when you log in. They're there waiting for you, essentially. I cannot say it's 24/7, but 9 out of 10 times when I pop into my back office, I can see support popping up there. They are precision accuracy. They're very, very helpful. And I was very, very pleased with that. That's very, very important when you're looking at any business. Now, what I recommend you do as you're doing your homework is certainly take a free account. Doesn't cost anything, never will. Just register for free and have what we would call a mosey. Have a look around. Get familiar with the website. Do your homework and then decide, is there something in this for you? Okay? That's your decision. Nobody's going to force you into that. It's entirely up to you. Now, what I want to do is I want to give you a tour of what you'll find when you log in. And you're going to see in this green box, I'm going to call that a dollar wallet. So anything that you put in or anything that you earn will, in dollars, will appear in this green section here, the dollar wallet. You're also given in the salmon color here, let's call that a Bitcoin wallet, and you've also got your own Ethereum wallet. Now, what you need to do is fund your account. So you just hit the replenish button, quite simply, just press the plus sign, and you will get your own unique wallet for this Bitcoin or for Ethereum. So you just press replenish. You will be given your own new Bitcoin wallet. And then what you do is you send the funds to your wallet and you will find the funds will appear in your back office like I'm showing you now. So what I did was I simply lodged 0.05 of a Bitcoin just to try it. And then you can press withdraw and take it back out again. So you can test the in and the outs if you wish. I've already done it. Lots of people have done it. We're withdrawing every day. It's working very, 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 very well. Now, obviously, it's pointless putting money in and taking it back out because you're going to lose a tiny little bit in what you call the exchange fees or the mining fees associated with the blockchain. So you lose a fraction just putting in and putting out. But the good news is if you decide on a plan and put your money to work, you can start making money 5 days a week, what we call the working or the business days a week. So let me show you the type of plans that they have available. There's quite a few plans that they have. So on the left-hand side, you'll notice total return, currency, interest rate, and commodity swaps. You'll see the same tabs across here. Total return, currency swaps, interest, and commodity swaps. And simply by selecting any of these tabs, it starts to share with you the type of plans that are available. Well, I was very, very pleased to note that you could get started for as little as $20. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what does that do? That means the whole world at large can afford to start in our program. $20 minimum deposit. That's very, very cool, very, very honorable to allow people to start in this kind of a business for just $20 and up to $500. And the good news is you'll receive 1.4% for 15 working days, or 15, let's call those business days, Monday to Friday. Now, what happens is from you put in your deposit exactly to the second, 24 hours later, you'll get your first piece of profit. And what these guys do is they are trading in the cryptocurrency markets. Things generally are volatile. However, in what we call this bull market with Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrency, these guys are getting spectacular results. Some of the people on this call have actually are traders themselves. They've gone and done their homework and had a look around at their trading monitors and calculated that these guys have nearly at any time about $45 million in trading on a daily basis. And the profits from that are then shared back to your wallet on a daily basis. And they can offer you 1.4% per day for those 15 days. The effect of that means you make about 21% in just 15 days. Now, I don't know what you do with your money apart from spending it and paying the bills and paying the mortgage or the rent and buying the food. But if you can find a way to get your money to work for you, that's much, much better than you having to go to work for your money. And what I've also learned that getting 21% from anywhere is quite difficult in 12 months, never mind in 15 days. So for instance, if you wanted to get into real estate, I can tell you, you'd be quite lucky to achieve 10% profit in a year, 10% return in a year in real estate. I have experience in the gold markets. I know that to get 10% in a year is quite likely in the gold and precious metals business. However, in the Forex and cryptocurrency markets, it's much, well, you can get better returns. And here's what you're being offered, 1.4% for those 15 days, giving you 20% in 15 days. Now, here's the good news. Every day you get your profit will appear in your wallet, and every day you have the ability to press the withdrawal sign and take that out. So you don't have to wait for 15 days to take your money out. You can take it out every day, or every second day, or twice a day. It's entirely up to you. Totally passive. You don't have to share this with anyone. You don't have to attend any events. You don't have any hard work to do. You have nothing to wrap or sell or order or deliver. This is what I would call passive earnings from the system. Now, for those of you that have that eagle eye and see 1.5%, if you prefer 1.5% for 20 days, you need to consider opening a plan for somewhere between $500 and $1,000 if that's within your bracket. Now, two things to note. You're getting a better percentage. You're getting 1.5, and you're getting 5 extra days simply by creating a plan for $500 to $1,000. Now, that has the net effect of giving you 30% instead of 21. And that's very, very, very cool, particularly in these difficult times we see ourselves with coronavirus and other things. People are getting misplaced from work. Some people are pretty happy about that because the government's looking after them. They're getting a handout. That's fine. But with that comes a cost. With that comes a price. And we pay the price later for the printing of money. There's billions of dollars being printed now to stimulate the market, to keep businesses afloat, to help families. That's very honorable, ladies and gentlemen. But with that's going to come a shocking cost in the years ahead in the form of possibly inflation and the value of your money. The price of goods you'll probably find go up. So what we all must consider is, what can we do ourselves from home? You know, what skills do we have? Can we write a book? Can we sing a song? Can we open a home-based business? Well, lots of people are interested in opening a home-based business. This is exactly what we have for you here. But you can opt to be passive or active. It's entirely up to you. And there's a plan here for everyone. Now, for those of you who would like to enjoy better returns, well, then you need to consider with our total return swaps, 1.6% for 25 days. You can earn 1.7% for 30 days. And it's all dependent on the size of the plan that you decide on. You can start with a small one. Later on, you can get an extra one. And the good news is, at the end of each of these terms, you get all your money back. But during the term, you can take the profit out every single day, Monday to Friday. Now, for those of you that are interested in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin Ethereum in particular, there's a little plan here, 0.001 Bitcoin. So if you'd like to dip your toe in the water and just try the Bitcoin plan here, up to half a Bitcoin, you can get 20 days at 1.4%. That is spectacular, particularly because we're trading in Bitcoin. We're not taking your Bitcoin, converting it back to dollars, trading at dollars, and giving you back Bitcoin at the end of the term, because Bitcoin could have doubled in value in that term and you've lost the value of the uplift. What we're doing here is we're keeping your cryptocurrency in cryptocurrency. It's traded in that currency, and therefore you're getting the benefit or the swings on the ups and the downs of your Bitcoin. So that's a very special feature, if you can understand just what I've said there. Now, for those of you that want to open a plan for half a Bitcoin up to 2, you're going to get 1.5% for 30 days. And again, if you'd like somewhere between 2 Bitcoins and 10, you're going to get for 45 days 1.6%. That's the maximum, 1.6%. I also like the fact that these are short-term plans. I also like the fact that you're not compounding. Very often when you see plans that allow you to compound, there's an awful lot of strain and stress on the business to give those profits in a compounding fashion. Here, it's a short-term plan, in, out, you've got your money, and it's entirely up to you whether you withdraw and walk away, or whether you decide to take a second plan or a third plan, or do that. It's entirely up to you. Now, for those of you that enjoy Ethereum or would like to accumulate Ethereum, how other can you do it? Here, 0.1 up to 5 Ethereum for 20 days is 1.4%. So now you're starting to see that there's a variety of plans, something for everyone, a variety of currencies, a variety of terms, and a variety of rewards. And that was just the first one there. That was the total returns. Let's go to the currency swaps. Now, these are proving to be very, very popular, particularly with our savvy investors. Obviously, these are for people with a bigger net worth, a higher net worth and higher disposable income, those that have a bigger appetite to risk, and et cetera, et cetera. So for a $10,000 to $50,000 plan, you can get 3% per day for 90 days. Guys, I don't know if you know what that means. 3% a day for 90 days would give you 270%. That means $10,000 would become $27,000 in just 90 days. Now, 90 days, 17,000 of that being profit, that is absolutely a serious opportunity. For those of you that like to do the same in Bitcoin, the Bitcoin rewards are slightly better than the dollar rewards. Here with 1 Bitcoin up to 5, you can get 3.1% for those 90 days. In other words, 1 Bitcoin would turn into 2.7 Bitcoins. And remember, you're getting paid every working day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day for 90 days, you're getting these spectacular rewards. And the good news is you don't have to tell anybody. This is totally passive. And that's something that's exciting a lot of our customers with Bitcoin and Ethereum and dollars. Now, at the beginning, I didn't pay attention to the one on the screen here, but I kind of like this a lot. And I'll tell you why a lot. I like the fact that the interest rate swaps, they're based on the daily swings and trades that are happening in the marketplace. So you're going to get a variable percentage here, and that variable percentage with our interest rate swaps are somewhere between 1.5 and 2.1% a day. So that's the first thing I like, it's variable. And the second thing I like is for 45 days. It's a short-term plan, 45 days, in, out, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's fantastic. Now, when I first took this screenshot, you can see on the screen here, that was back on the 29th of October, and it was 1.9. But about 3 days later, I logged in again, and it appeared to me to be 1.6. And I said to myself, there's something wrong. I'm nearly sure that was a 1.9. And I went back to the presentation. I said, yes, it says 1.9. And then I thought my eyes were deceiving me. Is the 9 upside down? Is that a 9 or is that a 6? And I left it at that, curious. And the following day, it was 2.1. And the day after that, it was 2.1. And the day after that, I think it was still 2.1. And then the next day, it was 1.8. So this is a variable one. I just didn't get the catch of that at the beginning. But now I understand. Variable percentage between 1.5 and 2.1 for 45 business days. Guys, that's a good plan, because you can start with as little as $1,000 or 0.1 of a Bitcoin or 3 Ethereum. That is a very cool plan and a short-term plan. It's half the 90-day plan at 45 days. And then the commodity swaps, well, these are for our long-term investors, those guys looking at somewhere between 6 months and a year down the track. You're looking at 4.2% a day for 200 business days. So all I'm telling you is there's a variety of plans. I've shown you how to deposit. I've shown you how to withdraw. Well, I'm going to show you how to withdraw now. That's what's important for most of us. It's easy to put the money in, guys, but how do you take it out? Well, very simple. You have 3 wallets, whether it's dollar, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. And as long as there's a balance in here, you could just type the balance into the right-hand side and hit withdraw. So if there was dollars in there, I could change here where it says BTC, I could change that to USD, and I can take the dollars into Bitcoin. Or if that was Ethereum in here, I would just change this to ETH, to Ethereum, type in the amount of Ethereum, hit withdraw, and you will be so impressed with the speed, the accuracy, and the delivery directly outside to your digital wallet. You'll get those funds. It's absolutely amazing. So I tried that 0.05. You can see I had 0.06 in the wallet. I said, listen, let me take out 0.5 to see what happens here. And what was duly paid was 0.05 straight into my wallet. No fees, no, I've seen some companies where they remove 20, 30% of your balance in fees. Guys, no fees on the in, no fees on the out, apart from the nominal blockchain fees, which are, they occur on every transaction, but nothing to the company or nothing anywhere else. It's your money, you take it straight out. Now, I want to just show you some of the other withdrawals that we were able to make. That was that 0.05 I've just shared with you back on the 23rd of October. On the 24th, the very next day, I was able to remove 0.1 of a Bitcoin. The next day I took out 2 Ethereum. The next day I took out $1,000. Same day, took out 0.24. You can just do this. As long as there's money there, you can take out every single day. And as I continued on the 7th, you can see on the 7th of the 11th, the 9th of the 11th, the 10th of the 11th, I was withdrawing twice a day. And then since the 11th, I've been withdrawing 3 times a day because I'm earning in dollars, I'm earning in Bitcoin, and I'm earning in Ethereum. So you can withdraw all of those balances. So I took out 0.2 Ethereum, I took out $3,000 on the same day, and I took almost 20% of a Bitcoin. Well, 10% is about 1,800. I took about over $6,000 out that day. In fact, you actually see at the top here, total withdrawals, $6,248, half a Bitcoin in total, and 3 Ethereum. Now, the good news for me was I only put in 0.05. And that made this business very, very profitable. So you can be passive or you can be active. If you care to share this with others, well, then you can become very active. But I want to show you one of our passive customers. In fact, this is a customer of mine, and he had great confidence in the system. And way back on the 23rd of October, he put in a Bitcoin. The very next day, he put in another Bitcoin. He was so happy getting paid daily. The following day, he put in 25 Ethereum. This gentleman has 4 plans running right now. And I can tell you the returns this gentleman is getting is exceptional. It's somewhere in the realms of $1,400 a day, totally passive, $1,400 per day. In fact, he's a customer of mine. He's making more than I am, and that's good news. That's good for him. So you can see he put in 2 Bitcoin, he put in 25 Ethereum. At this stage, he'd taken out 3/4 of a Bitcoin, he'd taken out 9 Ethereum. And that was way back on the, I think that was the 16th or the 11th of November. I think it was the 11th of November. He had $16,000 out in 12 days. And I don't know what day it is today, but if you're looking at the 11th there on the screen, he's taking another $1,400 a day minimum out every business day. And that is exceptional. Now, I'd also like to show you, for those of you who'd like to look at the active side, if you'd like to develop a team and start building a serious business with this, well, this is how your dashboard looks. It shows you that I only put in 0.05 Bitcoin. They're still active. You can see everything here. It's all very transparent. In fact, the reporting is quite excellent, you'll find. And these little dials on the dashboard here are quite good. It tells you your bonuses, it tells you how many partners in your team, how many are active. It tells you your rank, and it also tells you how many days you are with the company. So for many of you, day 1 will be today. For some of you, it could be day 2, day 3, day 20, day 70, day 90. We have people doing this for 4 or 5 months at this stage. Now, this was my day 1. And on day one, I shared it with just 2 customers, and both of those customers took out a plan. So both customers were active. In day 2, my customer base in total had grown to 7. However, only 4 of the 7 had actually funded a plan. You can appreciate that sometimes people come in, they want to do some due diligence, maybe they want to shuffle some money around to get a deposit onto the system. So it could take a little bit of time to actually fund the account. But in day 2, there's the story. 7 partners, of which 4 had funded. In day 3, I had 38 customers in total, of which only 14 had funded an account. On day 4, the entire customer base had grown to 68 partners, and nearly half of them now were starting to get a plan. Why was that? Well, because the early adopters were discovering that it worked, they were understanding it, the confidence was starting to come. But something else happened this day, because this day, the 27th of October, changed a lot of things for a lot of people in this business. And 2 events occurred. The first one was this. The document I shared with you at the beginning, that's the day we paid the government to give us the report on the licensing and registration of this company. We got that document on the 27th of October. You remember that. The second thing that happened on the day was one of our upline actually went unannounced and visited the offices. And the reports that came back to us on that day changed this business, I think, forever, because that gave us confidence, that gave us belief. And have a look at these numbers, ladies and gentlemen. I had only shared this with 2 people. I only shared it with 2 people. I had 68 partners and 27 active. The following day, look what happened. 461 partners, of which 250 went active. That belief, that knowledge that somebody had gone, seen, felt, and touched, met the owners, met the CMO, and also the document for the government, the business started to tick. And then the next day it grew to 600 customers, of which 388 had an account. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that's 388 people are making money every day. That's what that number means. The following day, day 7, I had 681 customers, and 424 of them are making money every day. And if you want to be one of those numbers, you just simply thank the person that invited you here, click on the link, register for free, and then decide what plan is right for you. What level do you want to participate? What kind of Christmas would you like to have in 2020? That might be a decision you want to make. Well, in 7 days, my total earnings were $4,361. I received a $3,000 bonus, $7,000 in a week. Guys, what's this going to be like in a month? Who knows? I can tell you it's more than doubled since that. Since this time, it's just phenomenal what's happening in the marketplace. And it's entirely down to you whether you want to go passive or active. You can make the decision. Get back to the person that shared this with you. Now, there are a variety of withdrawal processes. So you can see now in this screenshot, we've got dollars in here, we've got some Bitcoin here, we've got some Ethereum. You can change Bitcoin to Ethereum, you can take out your dollars. If you've heard of Perfect Money or Payeer, and one of my good friends who's on this call, he actually set up a Payeer account on the internet. He gave them his passport, his driving license, just did the usual KYC. He attached his credit card to that, and he was able to upload and remove profits from the system using Payeer. I've just used Bitcoin and Ethereum to date, but you can also take it out in USDT, and that simply means tether. That's the equivalent of a digital dollar, let's say. So there are a variety of options to withdraw. The withdrawals are 24/7, entirely up to you, and there's some fabulous options here. Now, less than a week ago, I had a conversation with what you call your upline, and my upline is Mr. Alexander Baus, and Alex had told me on the call that he'd been away for 2 weeks holidays, and he couldn't believe the numbers when he came back. But what he also couldn't believe was the amount of Bitcoin in his wallet from the business generated. And he had 3.3749 Bitcoin. Well, he pressed the withdraw button, and of course, the withdrawal came through, but his total withdrawals were $10,000, 10,600, 4.5 Bitcoin, so it was this plus the other little pieces that he'd got, and 12 Ethereum. But this guy was away on holidays for 2 weeks. Now, I said to myself, these numbers are, Alex, they're very hard to believe. How is this possible? I mean, you didn't by any chance make this screenshot up? He says, no, I can't manipulate the back office of this company. He says, let me show you my blockchain transfer. Let me show you the hash code for the transaction on the blockchain. And he gave me this, and here we've got 3.3749 Bitcoin. And let's go back to what Beurax said, 3.3749 Bitcoin. Here we have it, $53,000, and he's away on his holidays for 2 weeks, guys. What kind of Christmas is Alex going to have? So if you want to earn additional benefits, then you might be keen to share this idea with others. Who do you know would like to make more money in the next 5 or 6 weeks than they've done in the last 5 or 6 weeks? Who do you know? Who do you know is going to suffer after the Christmas period with debt and bills and would like to have an income stream to alleviate that pain of debt or that lifestyle that Christmas brings upon most of us when you know, it's supposed to be a happy time of year, but I feel with online shopping and the Christmas spirit will be stolen a little bit. The January sales should be a little bit flat. People are worried about their job, the lockdowns. All of this has a big effect on us in 2020, guys. So if you want to build a little business from home, here's a great compensation plan. Let me show you how it works. Very, very simple. And it's one page. That makes it even more simple. Let's say you set up yourself a plan. You are called a silver consultant, and any business you bring to the company, they're going to give you a thank you bonus. A thank you bonus. You see, they're not advertising. They don't have to pay the newspapers. They're not. They're going to pay us for the referral. Now, you're not selling investments because you're not licensed to do that. So please don't ever try to do that. All we are is referral agents, and we're pointing them to a company. It's a bit like you're pointing people to an airline, or you point people to a hotel group, or you point people to Amazon. I found this in Amazon. We're just pointing people to a website, and the customer is dealing directly with the licensed company. You see, Beurax have the license. You don't, and I don't, so we can't be selling investments. So please be clever with your language and don't ever try to do that. You know, you should seek I believe professional advice if you're looking at any kind of business or investment. But the rewards, what we're talking about here, is if someone goes ahead and takes out a plan, you get 6% of the plan value. And if they shared it with somebody else, you would get 3%. And if they shared it with somebody else, you get 1%. And you get a series of commissions down 15 generations. Very, very generous. And when there's $10,000 off what we call financial turnover in your structure, then you get a promotion. You get 7%, 3, 1, and a series of smaller amounts. Once there's 30,000, you reach the coveted, I would call it the first brick in the business. The first block of recognition should probably be a diamond consultant. We have a lot of diamonds on this call already in a very short period of time. When there's $30,000 of business done in a particular way in your structure, you get a $1,000 bonus. You might have saw that in my screenshot earlier. I got that $1,000 bonus and I took it out in Bitcoin. I could have taken it out in Ethereum, but I withdrew it in Bitcoin. And thank goodness, because Bitcoin has gone way up since I did that. So that $1,000 is probably $1,500 now. So the sooner you can accumulate your Bitcoin, potentially the better that is for you. But at that stage, then they give you 8, 4, 2, 1. So it gets quite exciting. As the organization grows, as the turnover grows in the organization, you can rank up to a $2,000 bonus. I got that one as well. You can get a $3,000 bonus. I got that one as well within 2 weeks. And I'm on target this week for the $5,000 bonus, all being well. So, and of course, Alex, who I was speaking to earlier in the week, Alex got the $20,000 bonus. So that's possible as well. And then there's a 50,000, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million bonus. That's right. And a $3 million bonus. So guys, there's something here for everyone. It's not confusing. It's very, very, very simple. I'll just finish with this, guys. A friend of mine just did this out on a spreadsheet, so I'll explain it to you. Imagine you had a Bitcoin to play with, 1 Bitcoin, so 1. Imagine you selected the 3.1% a day. Well, what would happen is after 3 weeks, 15 days, you would have almost half that Bitcoin back out in your wallet, just 15 days down the road. 30 days down for the road, you've nearly got your full return. You've got your full Bitcoin back. It's 30 days. That's what I would call the risk period. You've got your money back. What would happen in 60 days? You've doubled your money. Your one Bitcoin has become 2 Bitcoins. And that's in just 60, it's actually 65 days. So this is the number of days. In 65 days, at 3.1%, you would have more than 2 Bitcoins. So you started with one, now you have two. Well, a friend of mine put in a Bitcoin a few weeks ago. It was worth $12,000 or $13,000. Today it's worth $18,000. So his Bitcoin, he's getting 36,000 for 12,000. That is serious without introducing anybody, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, that plan would run for 90 days and your Bitcoin would return 2.79 Bitcoins. Now, a lot of people don't have that class of money. I understand that, and a lot of people do, of course. So even if you introduce somebody who has that class of money, you're getting the commissions. But if they do it or you do a fraction of this, the same would apply. It's phenomenal, and we're having major success with it. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. I want to thank you for joining us. Please, please, please do get back to the person that shared this with you. Do your own homework and due diligence, select a plan, get started, and start making money in the next 24 hours. Don't leave it for 2 days, 3 days. Every day is a paying day. Make a decision, get on board. Whether it's $20, $50, $100, do something. Get into the water, test the water, check it out yourself. And I wish you every success. With that, I'll leave you, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Thank you and goodbye.
Yes, if you want to join this business opportunity, kindly click on the link below, and and feel free to ask me any question if you have any question. Thank you.